Well, from the positive side, we are moving on. I see a lot of opportunities in my training. Uh, we don't see problems as problems. We see them as opportunities to improve. For example, we talk about the problem of feed in Nigeria. As much as it's a problem, the implication is that there's an opportunity to do something to solve that problem. So whatever we call problem is actually an opportunity. The livestock system in Nigeria is emerging gradually. Yes, the general belief has been that it's in the hands of the nomadic. They said maybe 90% or 95 is in the hands of crude and nomadic people, which is correct. But gradually, the peri-urban farmers are taking it up gradually. The issue of de-ethnicizing livestock production, it's sounding a bit louder. People are beginning to say that livestock is not actually an ethnicity kind of, space. And that has been our problem over the years. That was why we could not invest in livestock, because we felt, how do I invest, in people who are moving from one place? So we have not been investing in livestock, and that's why we are in all this crisis. But once we de-ethnicize it, we see it as a food item. Anybody can go into livestock system to produce it. Then we begin to put more attention into it. Now, one of the major crises which we've discussed in this, conference is the issue of knowing who is doing what. If you look at the poultry sector, you know every poultry farmer. If you look at the crop sector, I know where you are. If I come to give you fertilizer this week, I can come back next week to check how your farm is doing. But because we have still larger percentage of our people in the livestock industry, still a bit transhumant, a bit nomads, it's difficult to trace who is doing what, where you are. Even if I have an investment, I have $1 billion to invest in livestock. Do I give it to a man that is here today and is not there tomorrow? And I can't trace where I can locate him. Even if he's moving, fine. But I should be able to know where you are. I have a technology I want to give to you. Where are you? There is no automobile mechanics that can repair a car that is still on motion. You have to settle it down, fix the problem. Even if it's going to move again, no problem. But there must be a place where I can identify where you are, trace you, talk to you, inform you of how things are happening, you understand, and we move on. But a caution to that, like I said yesterday, is that we should lay behind us the ghost of the past. As long as we don't do that, we can't move forward. And the ghost of the past is, my grandfather has told me how one man with a stick in those days killed his younger brother. So I'm growing up to know that any man with a stick with an animal is a killer. And when I'm going to meet him, I'm going with an escort, as if I want to go and meet a criminal. Criminals are everywhere. They are in church, they are in mosque, they are in the bush. Criminals are everywhere. So we should come to a point where we overlook the past, come to a consensus, discuss, engage, talk to ourselves, and see way of moving forward. And the way of moving forward may look strange to us, but that's the way to go forward. To be honest with you, the issue of identification is a critical thing, and is a way to go forward. It could take us years, but we must be willing. Even now, the banks, after so many years, the banking system came up with BVN. So many other systems. In the last 2 months, the vehicle license, one of my car was going to expire, and I got an alert 2 weeks that your vehicle license is going to expire. Look, that's the way to go forward. That's the way to go forward, because they have my number, they have my name, they have my identity. When I don't identify who you are, then you are living in a ghost world. You can't move forward. We can't move forward. Identify leads to traceability. Traceability leads to effectiveness. Effectiveness, in that sector gives us what we call nutrition security. Okay? Now, most of the time, identification and traceability, championed by the government, has been seen as a way of collecting taxes. And this tax, I can't see what you are doing it for. So when you come, a normal pastoralist is trying to say, look, I don't want you to count my number of animals. Yes, you bring a tax. But it's beyond that, and we should see it beyond that. And we should begin to even incentivize anyone that's going to agree that I can identify your animals, okay? I can trace where you are and give people, opportunity to see the benefit therein. We don't capture data in this country. That's why we've not been able to fix our problem. Each year we talk about, okay, this government is going to produce 30,000 kilowatts. This person is going to produce 1 million kilowatts. We have not achieved it. You know why? We don't know the specific number of people in this country. We don't have the record of what they use. Do they even need up to 30,000 kilowatts? Do we know? Why are we working towards what is not achieving? Because we don't even know what we have. If we know if we are all identified very well, even this our election wouldn't take much. From your phone, put your fingerprint for anyone that has a smartphone. And then there is this INEC, what do you call it, app. Put you and vote on your phone, and it's captured because I know you. And I've registered you. I've registered everything about you. Life will be more simpler. Honestly, policing will be more easier. Traceability will be more easier. I'm going to support in every capacity the issue of identification of our animals, of human beings. Now, we are talking about NIN. A friend of mine was telling me that they couldn't register his son for WAEC because he doesn't have NIN. We are becoming serious. You understand? If that happens to human being, it should go beyond that. It should go to our animals. We should be able to trace them. One of the things I just want to, canvas for identification is, let's start with where people are.